It's been an idyllic venue for the Total BWF Sudirman Cup for 2017, the first time this badminton event has been held in Australia, on the Gold Coast of Australia, the state of Queensland, where this, would you believe, is winter. Beautiful blue, clear skies and surfers paradise. It is really a wonderful place to come. That's the outdoor life, but it's the indoor life that has attracted 27 countries for the Total BWF Sudirman Cup. And here it's a brand new facility, the Gold Coast Sports and Leisure Centre, which of course next year will be the venue for the Commonwealth Games. 4 show courts in front of us, and it really is a pristine venue for all these countries taking part. Group 1 comprises 12 countries, the 12 leading countries in the world. Group 2, there are 8 nations, and Group 3, there are 7. Back to Group 1, China are the defending champions. They've won this tournament 10 times since its inception in 1989. Korea have won the title 3 times, and Indonesia won the inaugural event back in 1989. China the team to beat, and that's what we have in the semi-finals. China came through India in the quarterfinals 3-0, Japan 3-1 over Malaysia, so they line up in their semi-final. Korea 3-1 against Chinese Taipei, and Denmark, well, they came unstuck against Thailand 3-2, so it's Korea-Thailand in the second semi-final. Well, that'll be the first, actually. China-Japan will be the second semi-final. So those are the 4 countries who've made it through to the semi-finals of Group 1. Back to the business in Group 2, the 2 groups, Group A and B. Vietnam coming through against Scotland, Canada and New Zealand, and Singapore, who finished off their campaign with a 4-1 win against Australia yesterday, and they had resounding wins against the United States and Austria. And so it's tonight it's a battle between Singapore and Vietnam. That's what we have for you. Vietnam, Singapore, for the battle for the rights to win Group 2 and for the Sudirman Cup to be the 13th ranked country in the Total BWF Sudirman Cup. Well, Vietnam have only got 7 players with them, and their resources might be a little stretched, but they do have the former world number 5, Nguyen, Tien, there he is, who will play in the men's singles, 34 years of age now, but he's played with and against some of the greatest the game has known. But they might be a little bit stretched, Vietnam, but they have relied on this very small nucleus of players. There's a 17-year-old for Singapore, Crystal Wong. She'll be playing in the mixed doubles with Danny Chrisnanta, who is Indonesian-born, but he's now a Singaporean citizen. And certainly looking forward to the young talent of Ren-Ne there, the youngster, 19 years of age. He'll be playing his men's singles against the highly experienced Nguyen for Vietnam. So tonight's tie starts with the mixed doubles of Tuan Pham no Thao for Vietnam against Danny Chrisnanta and Crystal Wong. Crystal Wong, as I say, just 17 years of age. We move on then to the men's singles. That's Nguyen against Ren-Ne. This could be a tremendous clash, this, because the gulf is at 15 years in age, but also there's a whole wealth of experience for the Vietnamese man. The men's doubles featuring Tuan with Pham Hong Nam against Danny Chrisnanta and Terry He from Penang, Malaysia, but very much a Singaporean man now. If we get to the women's singles, it's Vu Thi Trang or Thi Trang Vu against Grace Thuy, Grace Chua. Grace Chua is 21 years of age. She's got a world ranking of 81, and her opponent from Vietnam is ranked 35. And this is expected to finish with the women's doubles, Nguyen Thuy Pham no Thao against Ren-Ne and Crystal Wong, who actually lost their match yesterday against the Australians, in the only match that the Singaporean team lost against Australia. So much at stake here. It's a Southeast Asian battle, this, and it'll be keen rivalry tonight. Lars Uhr, former head coach, the Danish national team alongside. For the context of this, Lars, you know, I've had the fortune and privilege to live in Southeast Asia for the best part of 15, 16 years. This is huge. It's a massive clash between these two countries.
Yeah, and I think both countries have been looking forward to playing each other in this finals of Group 2. They've won each their subgroup comfortably, and I think they are looking forward to this clash, and I think we should be doing that as well.
Yeah, we certainly are. There we are. We got Danny Chrisnanta and Crystal Wong. Well, now Crystal with Ren-Ne yesterday lost their doubles, which is a bit disappointing for Singapore, but that's all behind them. That's history. Tonight it's the clash against Vietnam. Let's listen in here.
Let's do toss. Representing Scotland in the men's doubles, Martin Campbell. Serve or receive? Who receive? Danny receive. You serve? Go. Here or there?
Okay, it's going to be the mixed doubles to start. This is Tuan, 21 years of age. And he's got a ranking of 58 at the moment. Last year he won the Canada Open with his partner tonight. And that's a mixed doubles, of course, and 3 BWF Challenge Series titles as well. 2 men's doubles and 1 mixed double. So he's fairly experienced, even though he's just 21 years of age. His partner, Thao, 20 years of age, from Hanoi. Young pairing this for Vietnam. They're all young. In fact, the oldest man on the court tonight will be Nguyen, who's 34. But when you think that Lee Chong-wei is 34 years of age, but he doesn't look it at all. Well, what have they been doing? They've been coming through relatively unscathed. They just dropped the 1 game there against the Australians in that clash there, but otherwise coming through against Scotland and Canada. That's the Vietnamese mixed doubles pairing. Danny Chrisnanta here, Indonesia born, 28 years of age. He's been around a long time from Salatiga in Indonesia. But he was a Singaporean citizen from early 2013. Silver medal at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow in the men's doubles. Crystal Wong, Ying Wong, just 17 years of age. And a great experience for her to appear in the Total BWF Sudirman Cup here on the Gold Coast. The Singapore Badminton Federation desperate to get good results, and they were so pleased with yesterday. This is a new selection. It's a new pairing for Singapore. So there might be some nervous moments.
Yeah, I think it's a surprise that Singapore has chosen this pair for this final match. It's not a scratch pair. They're used to playing together, have played 4 tournaments together, but compared to the Vietnamese pair who has won all their 3 previous matches in the Sudirman Cup, I think Singapore is taking a bit of a risk by playing a new pairing in this final.
Just saw there from Indonesia, Kamarul Lailia is in the chair, the umpire, and from India, Datan. So I can tell you, when it comes to Southeast Asian sport, no matter what the sport, especially badminton, when it comes to Southeast Asian clashes, it doesn't get more of a rivalry, and we've got one right here. Southeast Asia games are fiercely contested. So here we go. It's starting now with the mixed doubles.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Vietnam, represented by Tuan and Pham Thao. And on my left, Singapore, represented by Bawa Chrisnanta and Wong Ying Crystal. Vietnam to serve, to Tuan to Bawa Chrisnanta. Love all, play.
Well, the most experienced man is that man there, Bawa Chrisnanta. I think, Lars, you would have seen a fair bit of him over the years.
Yeah, he has played a lot with different partners in both mixed doubles and men's doubles, and I reckon the Singaporean camp, they want his experience for this final in order to see if they can put up something against the higher ranked Vietnamese pair.
Well, Bawa Chrisnanta, 28. He has been as high as 9 in the world with a mixed doubles ranking. That's slipped back to 105, but he's not worried about that. You can't measure experience all the time with numbers.
No, and then it's a new pairing, and they've only played 4 tournaments, and that explains partly why they are above or outside the top 100.
4-1.
How difficult is it, Lars, when you for a match of this caliber, when you've got a new pairing to gel quickly together? I should imagine it's very tough.
Yeah, but they're used to playing with each other, so it's just a matter that they haven't played in this particular event. They haven't played together on these courts. They've played plenty of matches with other partners, so I don't think it'll be that big a problem for them.
5-3.
Silver medalist at the 2014 Commonwealth Games in the men's doubles, Chrisnanta. Played a lot of his badminton with Thuy Triachat. Crystal Wong, she looked very disappointed yesterday when she came off court. She and her partner Ren-Ne lost women's doubles around the back against the Australians.
Yeah, I think they had expected more of that match, but also they played a pretty tight second game, and of course, we see exchange of rackets here, as we saw the Malaysian mixed doubles do the other day, with more success though than what we see here. Chrisnanta's string is broken, and he says, please give me another one, another racket.
Look at Crystal Wong here.
Yeah.
Look at this.
7.
She's laughing.
Yeah.
It's a nice moment, isn't it?
And normally you would want to play on with the broken racket and maybe rush to the net and hope your partner can finish off the rally for you. Or if you're close to the bags, but he was in the opposite side, then you would run out and exchange your own racket. But there might be a new tendency in mixed doubles that the female player just leaves her racket to the male player, and then he can play singles from then on.
Nice touch it was. Oh yes, heavy smash from Chrisnanta.
Yeah, and a good cross-court defense from Chrisnanta that forces Thao to lift, and then he can finish it off on the outside of Pham.
Service over. 8-6. Service full court.
Service fault.
Yeah, and that's the racket pointing upwards.
7-8.
Bad luck by Crystal Wong. She's just lost that little exchange with her. Yeah, it's a nice backhand.
Yeah,
cross
but
court,
nice touch there by Thao on the net, and you can see he's not afraid of taking the front court and play doubles and leaving the backcourt work to his female partner if the opponent should be successful playing it over him. Otherwise, a nice return, but a little bit wide.
11-7 interval.
At the interval, it's 11-7 in favor of Vietnam.
Cái nào mà nó đập trong tay Thảo, Thảo mạnh dạn phản tạc lại. Còn cái nào chịu nhẹ thì chịu nhẹ.
For 1, 20 seconds. For 1, 20 seconds. 11-7. Play. Service over. 8-11.
We see here how the Vietnamese they managed to let Chrisnanta work around the court. One of the back corners, other back corner, and then a block. And it's not like his partner doesn't want to take part. She's doing the right thing, moving out on the net, but the court just became too big for him in that situation.
And the push from Pham. Thao straight into the net from the return of serve. Yeah, it's another string gone, is it, for Chrisnanta?
11.
Yeah, but this time more fortunate. The shuttle goes over, and then oftentimes it can be an advantage because it's very hard to judge from the opposition when the string is broken in the spring or breaking in the shot, because the speed will be different and sometimes the angle as well.
Well played, Crystal Wong. And it's 12 points each.
All.
Return of serve into the net from Thao.
12.
And I think that's the first time in this first game that Singapore have got the lead.
Yeah, it is, and it seems like they've got a little bit more structure in their game after the mid-game interval. Good coaching by the coach here probably, and indeed they've got more aggression in the front court, and that gives them more initiative in the rallies.
Oh, out this time from Crystal Wong.
Service over. 13.
Yeah, she doesn't get enough angle on her push there from the net. It's a good action apart from that.
Very little between these two pairs. It's 14 points all in this first game. Change of shuttle.
But I'm sure that the Singapore coaches will be happy about what they have seen here after the interval, because it seems like they have at least leveled up or even got a little bit the upper hand of the game.
15-14.
Not enough on that lift from Chrisnanta. It was an invitation for Pham to make the winner.
Yeah, it became a little bit too soft to the front court, and then it was an easy kill for Pham.
So 2 quick points for the Vietnamese pairing, and they're now 16-14.
And Pham has been really good in these last rallies in making a high-quality serve and then covering the third shot and been able to put it below the tape on the Singaporean side, and that means that Chrisnanta has had to lift a couple of times, and that's not a good situation for Singapore.
Smashes into the net. Tuan Duc.
Service over. 15-17.
21 years of age. Tuan Duc.
Builds up with a good drop shot here first, and slight mistiming in the smash. And very experienced play here by Danny Chrisnanta at 17. The net. Wong keeps the shuttle downwards from the backcourt, and then he anticipates where the smash return will come, and he can finish it off at the net.
Yeah, the point won by the 20-year-old Pham Nui Thao. She's turning 21 in just a couple of days' time, just after the completion of this tournament on the 30th.
18-16. Service fault call.
Service fault again. The racket was upright as Do
Service over.
just
17.
chats to Dapan from India, or the service judge. 18-17. Well done from Pham. Well, these two won the 2016 Canada Open.
Service over.
BWF Grand Prix event,
19,
and they've also won a couple of
17.
BWF International Challenge Series titles. Yeah, great disguise initially, wasn't it?
Yeah, beautiful drop shot again from Do, and they have regained control of the front court, and that means that in most of the rallies they get onto the attack, and Do can do his variation of shots from the back court. Great interception here by Wong, and here you can see it's not a new pair playing together, because she knew that she had to move out towards her forehand side and cover for this cross-court smash from Chrisnanta.
It's well played by Vietnam, and they take the first game.
Vietnam
21-18. 21-18, Vietnam take the first game in the mixed doubles. Well, it's a pretty good
20 seconds.
display by
20 seconds.
Vietnam in the first game by Tuan and Pham Thao, a young pairing, 20 and 21 years of age.
Second game, level.
All right, here we go.
Play.
Singapore have it all to do here now.
Service over. 1 love.
Good return from those. Stepped in for the
Service
return
over.
of serve.
1.
Yeah, and Wong would be happy with the quality of that serve. It was a little bit too high over the tape and quite easy kill for Do.
And Pham, plenty of weight in that
2.
smash.
1. Service over. 2 all.
He gets up high. Chrisnanta makes a good smash winner.
3.
Yeah, he likes this when he can push to the corners and reach the shuttles above the tape height. Then he's very strong, and you can see he uses his power here. Beautiful jump.
Well, not for the first time. Crystal Wong is the target for
Service over.
Tuan.
3.
He's aiming those heavy smashes at her.
Yeah, but he's very good at building up with both or either drop shots and clear shots first in order to get Chrisnanta out of the way or Wong out of balance before he puts in his final attack. And that's very clever played by Do. Good interception again here by Wong at the net.
4.
She's good at committing to her side.
Just out.
Well left.
5-3. Danny.
Yeah, I think the umpire just reminded Chrisnanta, which he, I'm sure, already know, that he's not allowed to influence the call of the line judge.
Oh, good defense, firstly from Pham, Vietnam.
6-3.
This one here. And good interception from Crystal Wong.
Service over. 4-6.
Oh, it was a good rally.
It's
a lot of work.
It's a very good rally and well played by the Vietnamese pair who's playing it like a doubles pair. They don't mind changing the formation, having Do at the net and then they rotate several times actually, and that means they have a very good court coverage.
Another invitation there for Pham to make the kill, make the winner. But it's 6-all in this second game.
Yeah, and which is not unusual in mixed doubles. Then there's a big fight about the initiative in and around the net in the front court, and whoever comes best out of the first 3 or 4 shots have a very big chance of winning the rally here.
8-6.
He's got another racket.
9-6.
This is his fourth.
And he will be quite disappointed with himself in this situation, because he actually gets the rally going on terms that on his terms. He makes a push to the forehand corner of Thao and gets a flat lift upwards, and that's normally a very good situation for Chrisnanta, and one that he can normally turn into a point.
Vietnam now 9-6 ahead, 10-6 now. Singaporeans got some work to do here.
10-6.
Opening mixed doubles match. Oh, it's just wide, just out. Good idea. Thought process was good.
Yeah, it was.
7-10.
He senses there is a gap in the cross court, and he is moving Chrisnanta a lot sideways in the back, which I think is a good idea. But sometimes it maybe becomes a little bit too flat when he tries to do that, and then there's a risk that Chrisnanta or Wong, actually, if he moved out, can intercept these flat drives.
Service over, 11-8, interval.
So at the interval, as it was in the first game, it's the Vietnamese in front. 11-8 they lead at the interval.
Oke, 3 loh, sampai kayak 11 ya kamu. Buang ini sekarang dari situ ke kaki. Kalau mak dari buka itu ke kesalahan. Sayang loh dia, semua tahu loh deh. Ini kan si JP di nantinya di asal ini sih. Kalau bisa lalu salah masalah.
20 seconds. Go on, 20 seconds.
Ya, lagi belakangnya.
I think 2 languages might have been spoken there. Bahasa for Chrisnanta, who is Indonesian born, and Mandarin for Crystal Wong, Singaporean. I'm not so sure how much Mandarin Danny Chrisnanta speaks.
Play.
But the message is clear. They've got to really get into this match now. It's wide.
12-8.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they've both been on about how they should manage to create some lifts for Chrisnanta, and I'm sure that this was one of the things that was said to him in Bahasa, that it could be an option to play the service return like with the net spin very tight, because then the almost only option is to lift it high. Beautiful touch on this drive from Chrisnanta at the net, just outside the reach
12
of Pham. Just holds it a little bit, and then she cannot reach it.
Service over, 13-10.
misunderstanding there between Crystal Wong and Danny Chrisnanta.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'll give a lot of credit to Thao for this, because he senses that Wong is on her way forward, pretends to play a flat drive, and then he just pushes it over in the corner, deep corner in the open gap. But in my mind, the best rally of the match so far. Beautiful save from both sides.
Oh, nice touch that was. Very nicely done.
Yeah, and both male players here is trying to move the shuttle around on the opponent's court, finding the corners here.
Yes, thank you. Service over, 11-14.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the officials.
12-14.
Those judged Thomas Upton.
It's good defense by Crystal Wong, but then Thao was persistent throughout the point.
Service over.
Yeah, and again, he's successful in charging the net and playing like he would do in men's doubles. Instead of going backwards and waiting for Pham to go forward.
Well done, Crystal Wong.
Service over.
Yeah, she's very good at this.
15.
Playing a quality shot and then anticipating, especially over her around the head side, and making a kill at the net.
14-15. Service over, 16-14.
That's a good winner. Wide open court for the winner for Chrisnanta.
Service over.
Yeah, we can see how both
16.
Vietnamese players are moving out to one side, because those serving outwards, which is a good idea, but well retrieved by Chrisnanta, and he knows that there'll be an opening in the opposite side of the
Vietnam
net.
challenges calls in.
Challenge here. Vietnam reckon it's out. Shuttle called in. Expect the Hawkeye in a moment. So the call is in, and the Vietnamese have made the challenge, and it is in indeed. So the challenge
Challenge
is unsuccessful.
unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 16 all.
16 all in this second
Play.
game. It's tight.
And Thao is not
Service
really
over.
surprised by the flick service from
17,
Chrisnanta here, and can
16.
produce a quality smash that's unreachable for Chrisnanta.
Very good point played by the youngster, Crystal Wong. She had a lot
Service
to
over.
do in that point.
Yeah, and Thao is constantly
17
trying to move her out on
all.
one side and then playing the other side of the net, as we see it here. But Chrisnanta knows that, and he's right in front of the court as well, and assisting her, which is normal in modern badminton. You can't expect the net player to cover the full net.
Oh, it's there for the winner. He's got another racket.
Yeah, he has broken a lot today, and it's a bit unusual. He has a lot of power, and that means does he slightly time it and mishit it, then the string will break. But it's a little bit unusual that he's still timing them, or that many.
Can you mute it, please? Play.
It's out.
Again, Chrisnanta uses one of these short serve returns and stays at the net here, forcing Pham to lift, and she overdoes it, and it's long.
It's out from Chrisnanta. It's been an entertaining match. It certainly has. That's a new pairing for Singapore.
19.
They have played a couple of times together.
Yeah, it is a pairing. It's just they just haven't used it yet in this tournament. Maybe they have saved them for this.
Gets at great height, Chrisnanta.
Yeah, he does have very powerful
Service
legs.
over. 19 all.
And here first he's slicing his first attack. And then a slightly harder but still very steep
20. Game
in
point.
between the Vietnamese players.
19.
Now this is game point for Singapore. Oh, they want to keep it away from him. Thao is peppering Crystal with smashes.
Yeah, but again, a very high quality in this rally from on both sides of the net.
Service over.
So it's
20.
I think it's just a matter of enjoying it.
It's been good, isn't it? It stepped up in its quality in the second
Exactly.
game.
Nice play by Chrisnanta here.
Service over.
Doing back to
21.
Pham what Thao has tried to do
20.
to Wong so many times. Play the one side of the net and then cross court net afterwards.
Oh, what happened there?
Yeah, the service was too
Service
short.
over. 21.
It's very well left
all.
on a game point by Pham, and it's very brave to leave it in this situation.
Talking millimeters, aren't you? So 21 each. Is that full stretch there, Danny Chrisnanta?
Yeah, I think he was a little bit surprised that let's see it here.
22.
Good control here,
21.
no pressure. There he's out of balance, and it's hard for him to reach it in the center of the court. Good angle from the Vietnamese.
Well, now it is
Play.
match point now for Vietnam. Good point, very good point. High quality at the last. And Vietnam take it very tight in that second game. but they take it 23-21, and they win this match, the opening match in the tie between Singapore and Vietnam.
Won by Vietnam, 21-18, 23-21.
So very, very entertaining mixed doubles here. This is the match point.
Yeah, and again we see a lot of fighting in the front court in order to keep the initiative. And we see the block again from Do that he's done so many times in the match, and this is a crucial block with the backhand, and then Pham is rushing to the net, so it's impossible for Wong to play the short net shot and keep the initiative.
So the mixed doubles going to Vietnam in 35 minutes, 21-18, 23-21. It's the land of blue skies, crashing waves, surfers' paradise right at the heart of the Gold Coast. It's a fabulous place to come. Beach after beach after beach, almost 50 kilometers of pristine beaches here on the Gold Coast, where there's so much to do in the outdoors. Surfers' paradise, Gold Coast, Australia. We're in the Gold Coast Sports and Leisure Centre here, where the tie between Vietnam and Singapore is for the right to be the 13th ranked nation in this BWF Total Sudirman Cup. And the mixed doubles have gone to Vietnam. Now we have the men's singles between Tien Nguyen and Ryan Ng for Singapore. It's a 34-year-old from Vietnam against the 19-year-old from Singapore. Well, Nguyen, Tien Minh there in the front, with a singles ranking of 57 from Ho Chi Minh City. He was, in 2013, he was the world number 5. Bronze medal at the 2013 World Badminton Championships. He lost his semi-final to Linh, but on the way he had beaten Jan Jorgensen, the Denmark in the quarterfinal.
Yeah, and I'm afraid to say I was the coach of that match. One of the longest matches I've coached. Actually, 2 of the longest matches I've coached in my career was against Nguyen. Previously in the quarterfinals of the 2011 World Championships in London, he had a real battle, and actually, as I remember, in the 3rd game, also having the upper hand against Peter Gate, but finally Peter fought his way through and also lost to Linh in the semi-finals.
So this has got the makings of a really great contest. Let's listen in here.
All right, guys, you have a good match. We need to do the toss. This is the black side, and this is the red side. What's your choice, Tien? He wants the black side, so I'm flipping this. Black it is. Tien, you want this side? Do you want to serve? Tien, you're going to be on serve. Okay?
So all the formalities done. Our umpire is Eric De Roche from Canada, and the service judge from Malaysia, Christil Tan Ai Teng. Well, the 19 years of age, here he is, and this is the 34-year-old Nguyen Tien Minh. He's played with and against the best in the sport from Ho Chi Minh City. As I say, he was world number 5 back in 2013. He's got 10 Grand Prix gold and Grand Prix titles, the last one of them the 2014 US Open, and before that, on his way up the way in badminton, 9 BWF International Challenge titles. Hasn't spent an awful lot of time on court, but he's won all his matches, as you'd expect, against Scotland, Canada and New Zealand. So once you've been inside the world's top 5, you know that you've got you're the real deal. And Ryan Ng here from Singapore, he'll know that. 19 years of age. The singles ranking at the moment of 173. He was a little bit higher. But I thought, Lars, in his match we saw against Ashwant Gobinathan of Australia yesterday, I thought he looked pretty good, this youngster. Just dropped the 1 game there against Leon Seewald of Austria.
Yeah, definitely a talented player, and I think this is a real final in this Group 2, because they've won, as both as we've seen, won all the previous matches. So now we found out who's the best men's singles player in between these Group 2 nations.
Of course, the youngster Ryan
Ready to
Ng
play?
will know that the mixed doubles have gone the way of Vietnam. This is the tie to decide who wins Group 2, not this one, but the tie between Singapore and Vietnam. And then whoever wins this will be the 13th ranked nation in the world of badminton at the Total BWF Cup, Sudirman Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Vietnam represented by Tien, Minh and Nguyen. And on my left, Singapore represented by Ryan Ng Zing Ray. Vietnam to serve. Love all. Play.
Oh, what a very clean smash winner to start for Ng.
1 low.
It's in.
2 low.
see a very aggressive opening here from Ryan Ying. And I think he will definitely be most comfortable when he's on top of the game, when he can use his offensive qualities.
Service over. 1-3.
3 quick points for the Singaporean. "15 years between them."
2-3.
34, the Vietnamese Nguyen.
Yeah, and I think that Nguyen will use his experience and change a bit between his tactics. Sometimes he likes playing quite defensive kind of game and moving the opponent around, and at other times he can also be very explosive and play an attacking style. But he's not playing attacking style all the way through, and I'm sure he will let Ryan Ying use a lot of energy, especially in this first game.
He's got exquisite backhand, hasn't he? He's got great control with the backhand. Singapore's Ryan Ng.
6-3.
Yeah, very good.
Yes.
Cover by the round ahead here, and he's anticipating that Nguyen will push it towards his backhand corner, and then he's very quick on it and goes under it and plays it with his forehand.
Great point, superb point from Ryan, and pushing Nguyen all over the court.
Yeah, and very brilliant offensive play by Ryan Ng, but also we can enjoy the great retrieves by Nguyen.
Service over. 4-7.
And even though Nguyen is trailing a little bit behind points-wise, I don't think he's too unhappy with the way the game has been up until now, because Ryan Ng his opponent is working much harder than he is himself, and I think he will exploit that to his advantage later on in the match.
8-4.
Played a very competent opening to this game.
Yeah, he's very aggressive, Ryan Ng, and puts a lot of different shots on display, which is beautiful to watch, and good control too, accuracy, good touch here by
Service over.
the Vietnamese.
5-9.
Holding all the aces right now in this match against the highly experienced Nguyen from Vietnam, leading 10-5. Ryan Ng from Singapore.
He definitely is, but I wonder if he can keep going like that for 2 or 3 games.
Oh, try to change the direction of the winner.
Yeah, and doesn't accept that Nguyen is actually playing a good return here, and he ends up below the tape and trying to push on. And that's hard. In situations like this, you have to accept that the opponent has done a good shot and then start all over by a lift or a net shot.
Seven, 10.
Ooh. Just out, no challenge from Ng.
No, I think he knows it's out, and already now in these last few rallies we can see that the shots that was on the line in the opening of the match are starting to. Some of them he's hitting them out, and that could be a sign of early fatigue from Ryan.
It's a good run of points, this, for Vietnam's Nguyen.
9-10.
Yeah, and I reckon that up until now, Nguyen has spent maybe around half the energy that Ryan Ng has, and that's sometimes the curse of the younger players against more experienced.
Oh, it's a tremendous match. Yeah, there's a quality showing here now. Early salvo from Ryan Ng came out blazing glory. It looked like he was going to blast Nguyen off the court, but it's now 10-all. Plays that shot very well, doesn't he?
He does. It's very deceptive and accurate at the same time, and that's why it's been successful for him 3 or 4 times already.
11-10 at the interval to the Singaporean Ryan Ng.
Chậm lại thêm nhịp nữa để em làm không mình hiểu ý thầy nói thôi. Ví dụ như đụng là cùng
Tien. Play.
You can just see this. I mean, experience shows itself in so many ways. He's 34 years of age. He's been there, done it, and he's done it in front of Lars Ua as well over the years.
Yeah, that's true, and of course Ryan Ng would maybe have hoped that his opponent would be would feel his age a little bit more, be in worse physical state. But he also saves his energy very well in the end by knowing where to place himself on court and maybe also to tempt his opponent to attack a little bit too much.
So it's Vietnam's Nguyen trails by a point. That's out.
I think he just wonders whether it's worth challenging it. Decides not to.
Yeah, well done. 3-point lead now, 14-11.
11.
It's a good match. This, I'm enjoying this.
It is, and it's nice to see now again that Ren-Ne got a break in the mid-game interval and can start controlling his attack again.
Oh, great smash.
And again, a great display of various attacking shots from the backcourt from Ren-Ne.
15-11.
And finally, he can finish it off with a cross-court stick smash.
Sorry, Lars, he does have that, doesn't he? He has a wide variety from the backcourt.
He does, and he's using them. His shot selection is very good in my mind, especially for a player his age.
Service over. 12-15.
Snatches at that a little bit.
And I'm not sure that all of them in this rally was intentional, but we can see that Nguyen is like tempting his opponent to do attacks where he's a little bit out of control. Here he was still in control and could finish it off, but he likes him to play attacking shots out of balance, and then he can counter attack.
Fast hands from Nguyen.
Yeah, and again he lures him into playing the net shot back, stays within one step, and then when he plays what he expected him to do, then he can kill him. Oi! It's not just the string, but it's the racket that's broken. See here. Actually, it breaks already in the second to last shot, and it's very, very good control that he can finish the last one. Normally, that would give you an error.
He's played a high-quality game here. Ren-Ne from Singapore, who leads 17-14.
17-14.
Plays that particular shot so well.
Yeah, he does. And he doesn't overplay it. Like when you have such a good shot, there's a tendency that you want to play it all the time, but he doesn't do that, and that's why he keeps the corner open in this situation from his forehand side.
Oh, that's out. Very good point.
But a very good attempt here. Very deceptive shot,
Service
but
over.
also quite risky.
15.
And it's actually a similar shot to the one we've seen so many times from his deep forehand corner. Now he tries to play it in the front court as well. Maybe that was a little bit overambitious. But he's still got good control and keeps sticks to his offensive tactics, and that's very good for him. And he's actually doing it with a little more touch now and a little more cleverness, so he doesn't spend as much energy as he did in the opening of the game.
great height. And an emphatic smash, and he's now got game point. Ryan Ng.
20, game point, 15.
Ball play, Nguyen.
Service over.
Yeah, and I think that Nguyen thought he was in better control after the mid-game interval than he has actually proven to be, and that's I mean, all credit to Ren-Ne for not letting him control the game after that, after letting him back in from a quite comfortable lead.
That's 3 points on the bounce for Nguyen. Still a game point for the Singaporean.
18-20.
2018 or 18-20. That is in. Nguyen is not just hanging on, he's turning this around.
And it seems like Ren-Ne has a limit of 10 points. Like when he got to 10, he seemed pretty tired, and now when he got to 20, he seems tired once again. And I have praised his shot selection just a few rallies ago, and but that has totally gone. He seems confused right now and struggling to find good solutions.
5 straight points for Nguyen. It's 20 points all. 6 points now. And Nguyen has
21-20.
a game point here. Well, both players working very hard, and it's warm on court. You can see that. A lot of hard work.
Good variation in return of serve here.
Service over. 22-21.
Game point for Nguyen. Good point, really good point.
Yeah, well fought here by Ren-Ne, and I'm convinced that he knows that if he should have a chance of winning this match, he needs to win this set that he has invested so much energy in. So it's good to see that he fights back.
Service over. 23-22.
That's wide, that's out. Oh, this is really nothing in it between these two.
23-all.
No, and I think these mistakes they make right now, it just shows how important this. They know how important this first set is. And this is 3 quite simple lifts in a row that they played outside, and they haven't done that throughout the first game at all.
shatters the net. And it's Nguyen who takes the opening game. A fantastic,
First game,
high-quality opening game.
25-23.
21 minutes, and Nguyen from Vietnam takes it 25-23.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Second game. Love all. Play. One low.
I think you made a good point in the first game about fitness levels. Ryan Ung came out blasting at the start of this match.
Low.
And Nguyen came through with his experience. Both men are working very hard physically.
Yeah, and after the mid-game interval, Ren-Ne succeeded in moving his opponent as well, and that was well needed, and it gave him the opportunity to win the set, gave him game or win the game, and gave him the game points. But he forgot a little bit when he had to finish it off and again started attacking on everything instead of opening the court first. And it'll be interesting to see how he approaches the second game here.
1-3.
Ren-Ne, because it depends a little bit on how he's feeling. If he can come out and play very aggressive again, or he has to play a more controlled game, waiting for
Service over.
opportunities to change the pace.
1.
He had 5 game points in that first game at 20-15, and Nguyen just kept calm, kept composure.
Yeah, and he played all 5 of them in an almost similar way. And when Nguyen had shown maybe a couple of times that he was ready for that, then a more experienced player would maybe have changed the tactics a bit in the last 3 attempts. So he will be very disappointed that he couldn't finish that first game with a win.
You can just see here Nguyen having you feel might have just turned a little psychological corner.
2.
He's withstood the bombardment from the younger player, and he's attacking him now.
Yeah, and as I expected him to, he's mixing up his tactics a little bit, and that is always a very good idea, that you have a sort of plan A, the tactics you want to play overall, but then you vary it a little bit in order to confuse the opponent along the way.
4-5.
Takes all the pace off it.
Service over. 6-4.
That's a brilliant counter-attack from actually quite competent attack to the body from Nguyen.
Service over.
And normally it's quite hard to
5-6.
to do something with an interest from the right shoulder there, but a very good shot, cross-court flat drive.
Service over. 7-5.
We can see, even though he's still trying to stay in offense, Ren-Ne, then he has lost the explosiveness. He has lost that extra physical gear that he had in, especially in the beginning of the first game, and that means the game is more on Nguyen's terms now. There's a little less speed in the game and more patient game where you move the shuttle around, move the opponent around the court, and then you wait for an opportunity to make a speed change and put in an attack. Very experienced play here from the Vietnamese. At a couple of occasions he could have gone for a winner in this rally, but he decides to play it safe, and when he saw that this rally was gonna be long, then he actually made sure that it was getting even longer, just as an investment.
Ren-Ne is looking a bit tired here at the interval. It is Nguyen of Vietnam who leads 11-5.
Part 1, 20 seconds. Part 1, 20 seconds. Coach.
Well, you could see there that Ryan Ung, I think he said his lungs are bursting. He struggled in the last couple of points, and he looked static. He looked stationary, and full credit to the man he's playing against. Ryan Ung is 19. Look at him just trying to flex his legs here. And Nguyen on the other side of the net is 34.
Play. Service over. 6-11.
He'll be running through a sea of lactic acid, Ryan Ng. And you see, that's why he's just making a few errors, because this tiredness has crept in here.
Exactly, he didn't do errors like that in the beginning of the match, and but all credit to him. He keeps fighting, and I think he was quite happy and lucky that that it was interval time after those two long rallies leading up to the mid-game interval.
A couple of wizardry there with the racket from Nguyen.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. If he was checking, I mean, the shuttle was so far away from him that it can't have been a deception. So I think he was checking if whether his racket was broken or there was something wrong. A bit unusual, anyways.
It was, wasn't it?
14-6.
Well, now Nguyen here, former world number 5. It's pulling away from Singapore's Ryan Ng.
Service over. 7-14.
Every second that he can just glean here, just to get a few breaths into those lungs, will help the younger man.
Yeah, and I'm sure you would see a more experienced player would try to get more breaks in between the rallies. Even though within the rules you have to play continuously, but then definitely a more experienced players would at least try, because these maybe just 3 or 4 extra seconds in between the rallies would make a big difference.
Well played, wonderful play by Nguyen. And again, Ryan Ng looks over to his coach and says, I'm not sure what I can do about this.
No, but all credit to him. He's not giving in, and for him, it's this is a learning experience, and he should get everything he can, everything possible out of this match, because frankly, he's being given a lesson by a wiser man, but it's there's a lot to learn from that.
See how the legs are tired now from the young man in red. Yes, you're right there, Lars. It's a learning curve, a steep one here tonight.
Yeah, it is, but he played a very good first game, and only problem was he couldn't close it.
Yeah, but it's quite remarkable here how Nguyen here from Vietnam is just playing a higher tempo than he did in the first game. He's not showing any signs of fatigue at all.
No, but I don't think he has increased the tempo. It's
Maintained it.
yeah, he has just kept it more or less the same, and that was what I was on about in the beginning. I don't think he was too unhappy with his opponent running a bit away point-wise, because he could see that he spent so much energy winning those points, and that's why he's looking so comfortable now.
Absolutely, and Ryan Ng here, he's just having a little walk around just to take in some oxygen. 18-8. Wide.
Service over. 9-18.
I mean, Nguyen is perspiring naturally because of the work rate, but he's not out of breath.
Not at all.
That's in. Great smash. And I think for Ryan, and the end can't come quick enough,
Service
even though
over,
he's tried hard.
19-9.
Make a good point, Lars. It's a learning curve, and he's got to take this as a professional. And now at 20 points to 9, he's got a whole bunch of game points, match points here now.
20, match point, 9.
Nguyen, Tien, Minh.
Ying.
Well, that was a tough encounter for the younger man, Ryan Eng. But full credit to this remarkable 34-year-old.
Match won by Vietnam, 25-23,
Tien,
21-9.
Who was just too much, too experienced, had too much class, and the shuttle just kept coming back. And Ryan, I think he'll have a good night's sleep tonight after that. But another high-quality contest we've seen that has gone the way of Vietnam as the men's singles goes to Vietnam. Tien Minh Nguyen, 25-23, 21-9. This is Australia's Gold Coast, and there are beaches and sights to delight and lots to do here in the outdoor life of Australia. Look at that, the Gold Coast. In Queensland, walk along the beaches, you could walk for miles. There's a hub of activity here, surfers paradise, the Gold Coast, Australia. Plenty going on as well here in Vietnam against Singapore. This is for the battle for the title for Group 2 here, the Total BWF Sudirman Cup. Now we're on to the men's doubles, where Do Tuan Duc, who played in the mixed doubles, partners Pham Hong Nam against Chrisnanta and Terry He for Singapore. shorter of the two there is Tuan, and his partner, the taller man, is 21 years of age, Nam Pham. They won the 2016 Vietnam International Series and runner-up in the 2016 Portugal International. That was the BWF Challenge Series, International Challenge. And we have seen Bawa Chrisnanta playing the mixed doubles. His partner is Terry Yong He, who was born in Penang, Malaysia. Well, there's quite a difference in the rankings here. The Singaporeans are in the 30s.
Welcome. Welcome. Black, red, red. Red it is. This side, which? Yeah, so serve or receive? Receive. Who? No. Your serve.
Vietnamese pairing is round about the 100 mark. But I've seen some good badminton here tonight in this tie between Singapore and Vietnam. This is Pham Hong Nam and Tuan, 21 years. We've seen him in the mixed doubles. He won the mixed doubles in the first match of this tie. Men's doubles ranking of 109. Pham Hong Nam, 21 years of age. So two 21-year-olds representing Vietnam. Comes from Hanoi. On paper, and we keep saying this, on paper though, the Singaporeans who have the higher ranking should be able to cope with this. They just lost the one match against New Zealand. Now, Bawa Chrisnanta, 28 years of age, highest ranking 16 in the world with Chayut Chat, another Indonesian-born badminton player. We've seen him in the mixed doubles, and Vietnam won that. And his partner is Terry Yong He. Terry He, 21. His ranking, his highest has been 33 with Lo Kin Hin. Mixed team bronze medal at the 2014 Commonwealth Games. Terry He.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So here we go, men's doubles.
On my right, Vietnam represented by Tuan and Pham Hang. And on my left, Singapore represented by Bawa Chrisnanta and Terry Yong. Vietnam to serve, Tuan to Bawa Chrisnanta. Love all, play.
Susan Taylor, Australia, and the umpire Komarul Lalia of Indonesia is the service judge.
One love.
And it'll be interesting to see here how the Singapore pair is playing together. They're not usually playing with each other, but they made a very good impression against the Australians in their group tie versus Australia.
Terry He,
Service over, 3.
Penang born, Penang, Malaysia. Well played at the front court there from Terry He.
2.
Yeah, and I think the Vietnamese pair should be a little bit careful challenging Chrisnanta in the flat drives. He's very good in that game.
4.
Unless it's a situation like this where they have it above the tape height, and then they can make a good quality shot.
4 all.
Great defensive qualities from Vietnam.
Yeah, they really make Chrisnanta work in the backcourt. Just keep lifting in his side, and finally, like we oftentimes see in mixed doubles, the female players do when they've smashed a few times. Then he's running forward, wanting Terry He to come back and take over the work in the back.
5 all.
Accuracy here from Terry He. Just reflects off the tape, top of the tape.
The Singaporeans yesterday won their men's doubles match against Matthew Chow and Sawan Sarasinghe of Australia. Have a ranking of 30. 39, so it's a mixed ranking for the Singaporeans, but they are higher ranked than the Indonesians.
Bit out of balance there, Terry, and
8.
he still goes full for it, and misses it in the light maybe. It was a bad miss hit anyways, and he's just laughing a bit.
Haven't counted the number of smashes that we've seen from Chrisnanta, but he's into a couple of dozen already.
Oh, but it seems a bit like the men's doubles pair here from Vietnam has taken on the same tactics as we've just seen Tien Nguyen display so well in the men's singles, that they don't mind losing a bit in the beginning as long as the opponents work more than themselves.
7-9.
If it's a deliberate tactics, I'm a little bit in doubt. I think they would like some more control, but it's credit to the Singaporeans that they are not allowed. But we can see here that Chrisnanta, he quite easily just lifted because he wants
8-9.
he wants the Vietnamese pair to work as well. He knows it can't be too one-sided. Especially as long as the Singaporeans can't get through the opponent's defense and win the points from the offense.
Service
Both
over.
smashing the living daylights out of these shuttles.
8.
Yeah, and finally they managed to set up their net player and he can make a kill from the front court, which is most of the time what you want from as a backcourt player.
11-8, interval.
So at the interval, it is Singapore who are leading in the men's doubles, 11 points to 8.
Nếu mà thằng béo ở đằng sau thằng kia, cái thằng lùn nó trên lưới thì nắm đúng như thế, tung lên cho nó được.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Play.
It's in, it just drops in.
Yeah, nice control here by Terry here at the net.
Service over, 9-12.
And I think even though, as we spoke about earlier, that it could be a tactics to try to make the Singaporeans tired, and especially Danny Chrisnanta, who has already played in the mixed. And I think what the Vietnamese pair should try and do, and what they have probably talked about, is how to get more initiative and rallies like this that they can control and get into good offensive position.
10-13.
It's a great big shout as he plays the first match, but the winner comes from Chrisnanta.
Yeah, and that's very much the thing about doubles, that in my mind your first aim is actually to set up your partner to some good situations where he or she can play well, and if your partner plays well, then it's most likely that you play well yourself as well.
Just pulled away here. 17-11 to the Singapore pairing.
Service over. 12-17.
12-17. Tuan can't control it.
18.
No, and
12.
it's hard for Thao and Pham to get out of the service situation in control. Most of the times they have to make a risky shot or to try to gain the initiative or to lift to players from or pair from Singapore.
20, game point, 12.
It's game point here, 8 game points at 20-12. Singapore take the opening game in the men's doubles.
First game won by Singapore, 21-12.
11 minutes on court, 21-12.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
All 4 players are out on court, ready to resume the battle. And Singapore looking strong here in the men's doubles. Second game.
Play. Service over.
And the Vietnamese pair will be looking for more situations like this where they come out of top after the service situation.
Over. 1-all.
In my eyes, that has been their main problem in the first game.
Service over. 2-1.
Chrisnanta fails with his serve.
Good control here.
3-1.
And we saw that in the mixed as well. That after the first game, when you go to the other end of the court, although there's not a big difference, then conditions can be slightly different, and that's why the really accurate shots and especially the serves, it might take 1 or 2 attempts before they are exactly there, and that can explain the few or the more mistakes in the beginning of the second game. Oh, that's a pity. Good combination here by the Vietnamese pair. Pham smashes in the center, and Thao is covering his forehand side cross court, but misses the shot.
Tien.
Yeah, again, good control. and they're not afraid of taking up the battle in these flat drives.
Service over for all.
In the tie, of course, it is Singapore who are trailing 2-0.
Service over 5-4. Service over 5-all.
Quite defend there, Terry He.
6-5.
No, but Vietnamese Thao and Pham has succeeded in taking more initiative in the front court, and that can leave open areas like we see here in the back court. But in my mind, it doesn't matter that much because they lose much more point if they open the front court, and especially within the first 4 or 6 shots of the rally.
Play by Tuan. Two heavy smashes from Terry He.
7-8.
Oh!
8-all.
Yeah, and even though they have lost the last few points, but they're still doing the right thing, Thao and Pham from Vietnam, and they should stick to that plan because that is the way they can win in my mind.
9-all.
Yeah, gets
Service
a lot
over.
of height.
10-9.
Just now the climbs up here. This one. That one there.
11-9.
So
Interval.
at the interval, it is Singapore who are leading in the second game by 11 points to 9.
Không có nước thôi.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Play.
Chrisnanta's going to have a very sore arm at the end of tonight.
Yeah, they are making him work a lot. And quite interestingly, we can hear that He, midway through the rally, is apologizing to Chrisnanta because he knew that on one of the smash returns that was going over his head cross-court, he was supposed to go back and take over, but just hesitated a little bit too long, and then Chrisnanta stayed back there. And during the rally, he apologized for that.
Service over, 10-13.
Oh, good reflex defensive shot from He.
14-10.
Good counter-attack here.
Out. Service over.
Which is a
11,
usual
14.
thing that when you play a little bit higher ranked players, that you feel you have to do something extra. And I think that the Vietnamese are making some mistakes because they are trying to overplace their shots.
Service over.
Yeah, it's not necessary, and it's
15-11.
it will make you lose the point instead of having a chance of still winning it.
Well,
16-11.
plenty of power in there, but
Yeah, and once again, He has a shot that just deflects the net, and it would have been a good shot anyways, but now it was impossible to reach.
17-11.
And that's the backside, as we've seen a couple of times, of trying to go hard on the service returns. Then you're more vulnerable towards a deceptive flick serve, as He has done a couple of times. But again, I think it's a better investment, because if they are too late on the low serves, then they will lose much more points than they do on these few flick serves.
Service over, 18-13.
good play there by
19-13.
Chrisnanta front court.
Yeah, it is, and also in the back court, he doesn't give in. He keeps attacking, even though he has done a lot of smashing in both games. But
Service over.
he just sticks to it. And again, Thao is a little bit unfortunate at the net, and maybe he can feel that it's his second match on the evening, because his timing is a little bit off in the front court.
15-19. Service over, 20, match point.
So it's
15.
match point for Singapore.
Service fault call.
Service fault.
Service over.
Yeah, and this time the flick serve from He was maybe a little bit too aggressive, and it was anticipated too by Pham. Was not taken by surprise this time.
game.
So it is Singapore who take the men's doubles as expected, and they've got their first point of this
Match won
tie.
by Singapore, 21-12, 21-16.
21-12, 21-16 the final score. And this is the end of it. Rather typically it was a couple of smashes from Chrisnanta. They might want to put his shoulder in ice tonight. So entertaining from the Singapore point of view. But Singapore take the men's doubles 21-12, 21-16. The Gold Coast, Australia, in the state of Queensland, and some of the most wonderful scenery you will see, the landscapes of the hinterland. So much to do here, so much to see, breathtaking landscapes, whether you're in the car, whether you're walking, whatever you can do. Come to the Gold Coast, Australia, for a mind-blowing experience. Inside the Gold Coast Sports and Leisure Centre, Singapore are on the board. They've taken the men's doubles, so it's 2-1 in this tie. And now we look forward to the women's singles, where it'll be Thi-Tran Vu, or Vu Thi-Tran, against Grace Chua for Singapore. Vu Thi-Tran, 25 years of age, with a singles ranking of 35. She competed at the Rio Olympics. She's got 5 singles titles in the BWF International Challenge Series, 3 doubles wins there, so she certainly knows how to win. Would have enjoyed that experience at Rio. And her opponent is Grace Thuy Chua, with a singles ranking of 81. Her best was 65 just in March this year. She's 21 years of age.
Since you're in red, you'll be red, black for you. Okay. It's black. You may choose. That side. Serve or receive?
Receive.
Receive? Okay. You're serving.
Looking here at Vu. Vu Thi Trang.
He wants me to push on
25 years of age, highest ranking has been 35. And she's 35 now in the world. She does have a doubles ranking as well of 58. And that one big win there against Scotland, against Kirsty Gilmore, terrific win that is, 21-19, 21-17. Didn't play against Canada, and against New Zealand, Sally Fu, she beat 21-6, 21-5. So that's a very good win against Kirsty Gilmore of Scotland. Now the opponent is 4 years younger at 21. Grace Chua, Singaporean girl. Not sure which part of Singapore. Ang Mo Kio, Toa Payoh, Tampines, Pasir-Ris, not sure, but there we are. She beat Crystal Pan of the United States 21-16, 21-16, and she didn't play against Australia, and she didn't play against Austria. So it's only her second outing on court.
Ready to play?
Umpire is Freek Cox of the Netherlands. Service judge Eric Deroche of Canada. So this is Chua, Thuy, Zhen, Grace. We'll call her Grace Chua, shall we? And this is Vu Thi Trang. Good win that against Kirsty Gilmore of Scotland in one of the earlier matches.
Yeah, she'll be pleased with that, and a very good match to have played now before this this final match.
Well, if Vu Thi Trang wins this, Vietnam have won the tie. And we won't need the women's doubles.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Vietnam, represented by Vu Thi Trang. On my left, Singapore, represented by Chua, Thuy, Zhen, Grace. Vietnam to serve, level, play.
Singaporean goal had a
lot
of work to do in that point.
Yeah, both of them start out at a high pace.
Over. 1-0.
She's only had the one match in this Total BWF Sudirman Cup. Singapore's Grace Chua. Oh, that's a good shot. Again, both players working hard through the rally.
Yeah, and we can already see a pattern in the rallies that Grace Chua is trying to take the initiative, trying to take control of the rally from the opening, and then as the rally progressed, then Trang is with her slightly better movement and more accurate shots, then she turns over the rally and has finished off a few. Good control in the clear shot here, though. Very accurately played.
2-3.
High class from Thuy.
4-2.
Yeah, very accurate. We can see it here. Cross-court slice from the forehand. Sets up with a punch clear, and then she creates the opening cross-court.
5-2.
Builds up a good opening here with Tuan, but misses the shot at the net, and I think that's because we are still early in the game. Later on, I don't think she will miss a good opportunity like that.
Service over. 6-3.
Just out from Grace Chua.
7-3.
Yeah, and Chua struggles a bit following the pace of Tuan. She does move the shuttle fast around the court.
She's the younger of the two, 25 years of age, Tuan, and 21, Grace Chua. Just out.
9-3.
She asks for a break, wants to towel her grip and hand and maybe have a drink, but the umpire, Fred Cox, refuses that.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Service over.
Little clenched fist. She needed something.
If you want.
But now he's allowing her to do it now. Can you explain that?
Yeah, and that's because he interprets her question first as a tactical break because she wants to break the rhythm of Tuan. But now when she has won the right to serve, then he says now it's okay because now you can't break her rhythm. It's your own rhythm you're breaking if you want the break. And you could also see she was reluctant to take it, but she maybe felt she had to because she had asked for it already.
Right, all that's resolved then.
But actually, well done by the umpire, and that shows that he understands the game and the mind games that is also involved in a game of badminton. Beautiful point she's playing here, Chua. Keeping the pressure as she hasn't been able to in most of the other rallies, but this time she keeps the pressure on Vu Tran all the way through. Even though it's a long rally, and finally finishes off with a punch clear, still with good accuracy in the backbone. And the break she didn't get did her good because she has, up until now, played well after that.
Serve's over. 10-6.
Just gave that high serve a little bit too much power, and it ended up long.
Out.
11-6 interval.
At the interval in this women's singles, it is Vu Tran of Vietnam who leads 11-6.
Cái góc phía sau này, một cái góc phía trên lưới này, chạy cái tam giác này, em cố gắng em cho nó chạy. Khi mà em dí nó qua được cả hai bên này nữa, em đập qua chỗ trống này, bớt cánh cái góc phải này. Ok.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Thank you, coach. Play.
Vu Tran resumes 11-6. Out.
12-6. Six.
Yeah, it's very good. From Vu.
14-6.
Yeah, and it's the pattern we've seen a lot initially in the rally, control by Chua, but slowly but safely Vu Tran is fighting her way back in the rally through nice racket skills and very light movement, and then she ends up being in control and can finish it.
Ooh, it's just wide.
Serve's over. 7-14. Chua. Don't shout before the line gets missed. Okay. Serve's over.
Yeah, well, it's well retrieved by Chua.
15-7.
When a drop shot like that just touches the top of the net, the tape, then it changes the direction, and that makes it even harder to get it.
16-7.
Unfortunately for Chua, she couldn't copy that shot. Her drop shot stayed on her own side of the net.
She's been made to work very hard in front of court, isn't she?
17-7.
Yeah, and as we saw in the men's singles, the Vietnamese players, they don't always play for winning the point as early as possible. Sometimes they are also like making a physical investment in making the rally longer than they might need.
Time's over. 8-17.
It's tough. The more experienced player is making the younger player here, Grace Chua, go through a lot of work, hard work.
Yeah, it keeps pushing her around the court, and a lot of these lifts to the deep corners, and this is hard work for Grace Chua.
18-8. Play.
Just out. Is that a challenge? I think it is.
Singapore challenges called out.
Yeah, and to me it definitely looked out, but at least it gives Chua a little break.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
And since it's her first in this game, then she still has one if she needs one later on.
8.
So she might as well use it.
Play.
19-8. Out. It's wide from Trang.
9-19.
Yeah, and she is just patting her forehead. She knows that that was over-ambitious, too early for that attack.
She's not got a lot to be too happy about in this opening game. She's physically just lacking a little bit here.
Yeah, it's difficult for her to follow the speed of Vuthi Tran. Seemed like the break Grace Chua got when she took the unsuccessful challenge has done her good. Here she finishes with a beautiful cross-court smash. right on the line.
Comes over. 20. Game point. 11.
And again, the pace and movement around court gives Tran the point and a game point.
Game.
Yes. Trang with a
Game won by Vietnam.
pretty consummate
21-11.
performance there in that opening game. 21-11, she takes it after 17 minutes on court.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, I think the experience of this young lady here, Trang, certainly it counted there.
Second game, level, play.
And it was hard work physically for Grace Chua. That's the shout from Grace Chua before the shuttle's been played. Yeah, and it's an easy point one to start.
And it's a bit hard to see a way through for Grace Chua here. She's struggling to follow the pace of Tran, but and is maybe also getting a little bit tired. But I think the advice I would have given her, and that she has probably got in the break here, is to try to take the attack early in the rally and try to control the rally and maybe finish some of the rallies off within a few shots if possible.
Out.
And that is what she's trying to do, but the quality of Tran, this defense is just too high, and she ends up lifting it wide here.
Wonderful flick backhand from Trang.
Yeah.
Not for the first time Grace Chua's been on the floor.
No, exactly, and it's after 3 or 4 punches to the backcourt. So no wonder she's surprised about this this cross-court backhand.
Well, Grace Chua probably wouldn't be playing in this match. We would have been seeing Liang Xiaoyu, who is a Chinese-born Singaporean. Spent all her life really in Singaporean school, but she's injured.
Yeah, and that's of course a problem for the Singapore team here in their attempt to win this Group 2 final. It would have been a more even match had she been here at full strength. But I think that when watching this this tie, I think that the world of badminton has a lot to look forward to. I think both teams are quite similar, with one very experienced player and then a bunch of young talents, and we have seen a lot of lovely badminton in this tie and in the subgroups previously in the week. And with a little more experience, then I think there are quite a few top players among this lot.
Great pick up that. Couldn't repeat it with a backhand. And at last, Grace Chua here, the 21-year-old, is on the board in this second game. I mean, we saw it in the men's doubles as well with Ryan Ng and Nguyen. Nguyen soaked it all up, and then eventually that experience counted.
Yeah, in the men's singles, that's true.
In the men's singles,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, and it's a little bit, it's not as obvious, but it's a little bit the same pattern here. Trang is her shots are more accurate and more deceptive, and the main thing is that she's moving around lighter, so she spends less energy whilst moving around the court, and over a match that is very important, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2-7.
But as we saw in men's singles, then Grace Chua, she doesn't give in either. She keeps fighting and keep taking her chances and playing her chance, and all credit for that.
That was over.
Oh, great cross-court forehand there, just
8-2.
caressing it across the net.
Very good touch,
wasn't it?
And a short movement in the wrist and fingers, and impossible to reach.
Oh, another one here.
9-2.
I think the court will have to be wiped here because Grace Chua went down,
and meanwhile we can enjoy this. How late she shows that it's going to come cross court, and then still it's very accurate. And again, we can't blame her for not trying.
Well, she's 100% effort.
Exactly.
You know, you can't. You've got to give her credit, but she's worked so hard against the higher-ranked opponent from Vietnam. She's playing some great badminton, but Trang is just retreat. She's getting everything back.
Yeah, she's almost never out of balance, and when she's off balance, then her racket skills normally saves her, because then she plays a deceptive or a very accurate shot to get her out of trouble. And that's why it's very hard to see how Grace Chua should come back in this match.
Service over.
But as long as she keeps fighting and tries her all, then I think actually her coaches will be happy with the performance.
Yeah. You want to see you want to see your young players. They know they're going to have a tough time against higher ranked players in opposition, but you want to see them trying, and she's done that.
Serve is over. 11-3.
I think also as well, it's a level of fitness as we reach the interval, and Vietnam's Vu Thi Trang leads 11-3 after 10 minutes on court.
Đi lại cái bài cơ bản mình chỉ cần đánh bại góc thôi, còn cái góc bên kia là để mình thịt nó.
一拖后就开始，他有一些球，就一两个球，他反攻就变了线，你跟不上去了。所以可能我是想说，因为如果是这样，我觉得你应该要想着在你前面，就你有优势的时候，想办法去得分。我们就是说追求，OK，但我觉得要。
11-3. Play.
It's been a tough outing, a stern examination this for Singapore's Grace Chua by Vu Thi Trang of Vietnam, whose high-class game is accounting for the younger Singaporean here. And if the Vietnamese wins this, then Vietnam have won the tie that will guarantee them 13th place in the Total BWF Sudirman Cup for 2017.
Serves over. 4-12.
Yeah, and I hope that Grace Chua got a bit of a pep talk in the mid-game interval here, and one little trick could be to try to encourage her to win the rest of the match, you could say, because the chances of winning the match is are limited. So the first she could try to see if she can get more points after the interval here than Vu Thi Trang. And then if she gets close, of course, she should try to win the game.
Play.
The longer these rallies have gone on, it's the Vietnamese player who's won them, because she's just got a higher level of fitness, for one thing, and her movement, economy of movement is so impressive. Tough, you see, it's that kind of movement which has found her just a little bit short in this particular match.
Yeah, and as soon as Grace Chua doesn't get the upper hand and get her attack through within the first 6 or 8 shots of the rally, then she's in trouble, because then it's more or less a matter of time before Vu Thi Trang will outrun her. Good cross-court punch clear here.
14-6.
And chosen at the perfect time.
It's a great pity. She worked so hard for that.
15-6.
She's moving a little gingerly here.
Yeah, and she makes some good choices in this rally, and actually here she intercepts the punch clear, but cannot finish it, and then eventually ends up making a mistake.
It's hurting mentally and physically. The umpire told her to get ready for the serve. She wanted a couple of extra moments to get some air.
Serve is over.
Well done.
7-15.
Well, I went on to the Singapore Badminton Federation website to find out some information about Grace Chua. Just couldn't glean too much, except that she's one of a number of very young players in the badminton squad for Singapore.
Yeah, but it's quite impressive the number of talents Singaporean badminton school, let's call it that, can produce. Actually, always very skillful technical players.
She worked all around the court, Trang.
Yeah, and then she makes these slight speed changes. She does here with the cross-court drop. Here, just slightly sliced. And that change of speed, she cannot cope with in the legs anymore. She could in the beginning, Grace Chua, but it's too tough now. But still, Tran, and that's impressive, has to work for her points. I mean, she has to show what kind of player she is, because Grace Chua is taking the initiative in the beginning of the rallies, and she just doesn't have the speed and the attacking abilities to finish the rally off.
Well, Grace Chua has a singles ranking of 81. She has been 65. That was in March this year. Well played, well played. And she's playing someone whose ranking is 35.
17.
So she knows what she has to do to climb up those rankings, but she is inside the world's top 100. And I suppose you've got to say that her next aim is to get inside the world's top 50. But she knows it's hard, it's difficult. And matches like this you've got to learn from.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure she will be watching this match on video several times, actually, to get everything out of it afterwards.
Just looks like a different level of fitness, doesn't it? Grace Chua is 21, Trang is just 25. That fitness, you think of the great athletes in the individual sports. It's fitness that carries them through and gives them that champion's edge.
Yeah, and in singles you can't, I mean, you can't go beyond the fitness. You have to be very fit at this level, because otherwise you will end up tired, and then no matter how how strong you are technically or tactically, then you will still end up second.
Absolutely. So a little wipe at the court here of the floor, and I think that'll suit Grace Chua. It's that sort of slice drop shot that is accounted for the younger opponent, the Singaporean girl. She's been found in that position stretching because the legs don't get her there quick enough.
Yeah, that's true, and then one could ask, why doesn't she prepare for that shot and run there? But it's in combination with a lot of straight punch clears to her backhand side. So if she started covering this front forehand corner more, then she would be in trouble on this shot. And she has actually been successful in intercepting quite a few of those.
I think if you took a photograph of that there, then it was Grace Chua on her knees, having covered a lot of ground, and it's simple put away by Vuthi Trang. Have a look here.
Yeah, and 2 times she's covering the straight punch clear and is trying to counter attack, but Vuthi Trang is just too agile in her defense and plays quality back all the time. But I'm quite impressed with the fighting spirit of Grace Chua. I think she can, even though she's probably not going to win this match, then she can be proud of her effort.
Absolutely right. It's that one again, isn't it? Vuthi Trang has played a terrific match here. This is hurting the Singaporean girl. Well, match point.
10.
And of course, this win will seal the win for Vietnam over Singapore in this battle for Group 2. Just have to wait a little bit longer.
11-20.
Mixed doubles going the way of Vietnam. The men's singles with Vietnam. The men's doubles was won by Singapore, and now this women's singles is heading for Vietnam. Yes, the pain and the agony is over for Singapore, certainly for this young lady, Grace Chua, but Vuthi Trang, she was highly impressive in that performance. 21-11, 21-11.
Match won by Vietnam, 21-11, 21-11.
This is the final point.
Yeah, and another shot she has used a lot in the match and had a lot of success with. So, high-class performance from Vuthi Trang of Vietnam. She wins the women's singles 21-11, 21-11, and Vietnam have beaten Singapore in this tie to take 13th place in the rankings in the Total BWF Sudirman Cup.
So 3-1, the tie finishing to Vietnam, with the mixed doubles going the way of Vietnam. They got off to a very good start with Tuan and Pham Thao. They took that in straight games, and then this was a really entertaining contest in the men's singles. Nguyen, Tien, former world number 5, 34 years of age, beating the 19-year-old Ying. And we got then to the men's doubles, which is won by Singapore's Chrisnanta and Thuy, 21-12, 21-16. And after that, we came to the women's singles, where Trang was too experienced, and her performance was very much superior to Chua, who showed a lot of spirit, but she went down 21-11, 21-11. And it didn't need the women's doubles to be played. So Group 2 has been completed. Now Group 1, the semi-finals tomorrow. China-Japan will be the evening semi-final. First on in the afternoon will be Korea-Thailand. Korea-Thailand, China-Japan in the evening session. Well, that's it from a very entertaining day here, day 7. We look forward to day 6. We look forward to your company. Day 7 for the Group 1 semi-finals. Good night.